Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Bitcoin and market update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. Let's dive into Bitcoin, guys. We're here on the 1-hour chart. If you're new to the updates, we'll backtrack a little bit here. We're tracking this previous lower time frame ascending triangle pattern. We broke out of that. We're able to capitalize on these dumps and pumps here back into our resistance box here. Then we started tracking this lower time frame descending triangle pattern where we had this nice breakout of here. We came and retested our resistance box here before back testing this level right here at our triangle pattern and wick below it for a little bit. And then we had a nice little pump off of it. So we had a pattern. We had a breakout of our pattern here. And then our back test here of that pattern. So break, back tested as support. And that's where we see ourselves good for continuation, at least on this lower time frame pattern. And that allowed some scalps on Bitcoin. We utilized Atom and Sushi for that. All those targets hit there. Now we're up here. We've broken through this first resistance box after utilizing as resistance multiple times. Came up, hit the first box, bounced down a little bit. And now we're back above this box here. And now we're currently tracking this potential position here, where we're either looking for a retracement back into the box here, or maybe just a straight pump up. I think the retracement is more likely here. You can already see it's, kind of getting stuck here, right? Where we're running into this line as resistance right here, right? If we were to just extend this line out here, right? Now we're just running into that line as resistance here, okay? So that's where we could see this retracement come back into this box and potentially get that one last push up here, which would be kind of in confluence with just this trading this range, right? If we just put up here, just for basics, a line up here of this range, right? And then we move another line here, right? This is just kind of a trading range, right? Where we're in a small lower time frame, noise pattern until this high has come up and broken. When we hold that level of support, this range is, we're just ranging here, right? Where you can buy the bottom of the range, like we did when we had where we presented the opportunity to do so, where the odds were in our favor, right? Where we had a pattern, we had a break of the pattern, and we back tested that pattern. That's where you have the odds in your favor. We had some scalp entries on that, and then that's where we wrote it up, right? We're not just going to throw a random entry off somewhere, right? We played with the odds in our favor. We broke our pattern, back tested as support, and that's where you utilize, to trade this range, right? So like I said, we're just kind of in a range here. Anything is just noise until we come up and break this high here. So what we're currently looking for, we bought the bottom of the range and wrote it up. Now we could potentially sell the top of the range and write it down until proven otherwise, right? Like I said, until we come up and break this high, hold it as support. That's where we see ourselves good for continuation. Otherwise, we can keep trading this range, right? Where we can sell the top of it here, have a stop loss out of the range here, right above these highs, and we could potentially see ourselves, coming back down. Now, at some point, right, this range has to, you have to be proven wrong in this range, right? At some point, we're going to break out of here. But until then, like I said, all this is just lower time frame noise. And if we go into total market cap, we have a similar situation going on here where we're in our resistance pocket, our support and resistance pocket here. And we were kind of, just fumbling around in here. And we finally had that breakout where we, reversed our pattern here. And we've been looking at those EMAs, right? Where we've been below the EMAs, bouncing out of them, and now we got back above those EMAs, and currently running into our first resistance line here at approximately 1.946 or so trillion, which is somewhat nice to see on this hourly time frame, right? It kind of looks like we're getting above here and trying to hold it. But if you pull it out to like a 4-hour chart, right, we're just kind of wicking up into it. So we haven't really done too much here. This could easily still be a denial, and we could still fall back to a lower support level here, right? Even potentially, coming back down to this box again, guys. So on the hourly chart, we are kind of, breaking out of it. Utilize this box as support, like I said we would, and then, coming back up and testing, the next resistance level here. But even still on that, right, we still have, we could still be in this downtrend, right? If we pull the total market cap back out to that daily chart, what we've been talking about is we still have that clear lower high here, right? We're on a macro view, we still have these lower highs and lower lows coming through here, and we could still just be in that macro downtrend until we come up and break this high right here, represented by this path, right? We come up, break this high, hold that level of support, right, where price comes up here, holds this level of support, and that's where we'll see ourselves good for continuation on total market cap. Otherwise, we've just pumped up here, ran into resistance, came back, fell back to support, had to bounce off that, running back into resistance and falling back down to support. Do y'all see that? How this is, this could be a mid time frame pattern, right? Where we've, come up, pumped into resistance, fell back down to support, pumped back into resistance, fell back down to support. Do y'all see that? How that would work, right? With, this mid time frame, downtrend pattern right there. So again, on total market cap, we need to come up, break that high, hold it as support. That's where we could see ourselves good for continuation, guys. But right now we are tracking, this hourly chart, right? And if we pull up the RSI and the oscillators, we are starting to form a lot of bearish divergences and hidden bearish divergences are kind of starting to pop up all over the place here. Where if we go back to, this high and this high on the oscillator, now we're, clearly making higher highs here on the RSI, right? But still making these lower highs here, even coming all the way back up to here, this previous high of the range, right? Where we have this high right here, and we're now making a higher high here. So that's on an hourly time frame. If you go to a 4-hour chart, same story here, right? Where we still have these clear lower highs here, but now we're making a higher high on the oscillator. So they're popping up all over the place here, guys. And if we go into like a 30-minute chart and we start getting in on our local price action right here, let's even go to like a 15-minute chart here. Let me see here. Let me pull it up. There we go. So if we go into like a 15-minute chart here, you can see how, we have these ascending or these higher highs, right? These ascending highs, but we have these descending highs here on the oscillator, right? So we're, making higher highs here and we're making lower highs here on the oscillator. So on our local price action, we're making those bearish divergences. On our slightly higher time frames, the 4-hour and everything like that, we're making those bearish divergences. So everything is kind of saying that we're at least going to get some type of pullback here before making another move higher, right? And that could be in confluence with this red path that I've drawn out here, where we could have that little bit of retracement back down to our level of support here before maybe making one last push up here, where we're going to try and catch the top of the range and, move down, potentially. Similar to what we did right here, guys, where we kind of pushed up into resistance, fell back down to our level of support, and had that one last push up here, which created our high before, retracing back down to our lower level of support here. And eventually we did push back up, give it another shot. And then that's what put us down here, guys. So that's what we're looking at right now for Bitcoin. We ran into our level of resistance, potentially falling back down to support, maybe going to give one more push up here, and we're going to try and catch that move on the way down. Now, this may not even hit, guys. We may just get, sent packing right here and go back down, and that's totally fine, right? I'd rather miss this move rather than trying to get into early here and have to either get overextended on our stop loss or just get stopped out, where this would have played out eventually if we would have just been a little bit more patient. So I'd rather miss this. If we get rejected here and go back down, I would rather miss that move than trying to jump into early. I'd rather catch the top of the range, be able to put our stop loss above this level here and ride it that way. Now, there's always the chance, like I've been saying, we come up, break this high and hold it as support. That's what would be good for continuation. And obviously that would invalidate this trade idea. But, a trader, what you have to do is, you have a range here, right? You buy the bottom of the range, you sell the top of the range until proven otherwise, right? So eventually one of these is, one of these ideas is going to be proven wrong, right? We're either going to break down below this level like we've been saying and come give that 40765 a try that we've been asking for, or we're going to come up and break this high and hold it as support and be good for a continuation, guys. And on a basic view, it's really as simple as that. If you're not a trader, this area is just noise for you, right? You're either looking, if you're, looking for a more long-term, you're either looking for this to break and hold and we can see continuation, or you're looking to get down here and possibly have some better entries, at lower levels here, guys. Okay, so that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin. If you enjoyed the video today, guys, throw a like down below, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys.